Every adversary I have faced came with a discernible anatomy, a set of exploitable coordinates, a readable infamy of tales, the way they held their jaw, the microsecond flicker. Before the lie, I've always been the quicker reader of the room, the faster processor, a threat. But the one inside the glass, he hasn't relented yet. Doesn't flinch, doesn't telegraph, has no exploitable scene. Knows every stratagem before it leaves the stream of my intention, because he authored it. He is the source, and fighting your own sources like redirecting a watercourse back into the aquifer that fed it. The water knows the way. The man inside the mirror always has the home advantage every day. My mirror is my oldest war, the one with no ceasefire, no negotiated border, no designate, no mediator, no wire. Between the combatants, just glass and what the glass requires you to acknowledge every morning, feeding the same fire. Me against myself, the fight that never had a buyer for a clean result. Just the ongoing empire of desire to be something other in the way to what you actually are. I'm negotiating treaties at the precipice of violence. In my nerve room designed to atomize the silence of the weak. I've stared down men whose reputations preceded them like whether my occupations. Of the high ground with something close to effortlessness, but the glass exposes every restlessness. The unresolved, the unprocessed, the dormant accusation that lives in my own eyes without articulation. Just a frequency of low and persistent interrogation of the choices, of the cumulative deviation from wherever I imagined I was building toward that younger version of intention. In the mirror holds that hunger, hostage in my irises, won't release it, won't negotiate terms. The mirror is the only thing that won't capitulate. My mirror is my oldest war, the one with no ceasefire, no negotiated border, no designate, no mediator, no wire. Between the combatants, just glass and what the glass requires you to acknowledge every morning, feeding the same fire. Me against myself, the fight that never had a buyer for a clean result. Just the ongoing empire of desire to be something other and the way to what you actually are. The coolest part is that he wears my best days too. Not only the wreckage, not only the residue of everything that curdled. He wears the mornings when I was luminous, when something without warnings opened in the chest like a ventilation of the real, and I was briefly, fully something I could feel. Proud of without qualification, he holds those two side by side with the diminishments, the residual overdue, accounting of the ways I feel beneath my own ambition. He is the simultaneous exhibit and the inquisition, the prosecutor and the evidence, the witness and the stand, the only court where I can shake the opposition's hand and walk away with something. There is no walking away from yourself. The mirror follows every single day. I've tried avoidance, tried the peripheral approach, the oblique relationship with glass, the slow encroach of other things that occupy the line of sight. It doesn't work. The mirror has a gravitational arc that pulls the gaze back always like a tidal certainty. I've learned instead to stand there, learn the modernity of the ancient act of looking ain't really looking at the composite, man. The years assembled, taking inventory of the opposite of what I planned and what survived the plan and what emerged from the gap between intention and the actual. What converged into the face before me, learning not to flinch from it. That's not surrender, that's the only discipline that fits. Cold light, floor to ceiling glass. The only fight is built to last. No winner, no defeated, just two versions of the same man, seated across from each other.